Hello everybody, welcome to the my video training for the CCNA. Today I'm gonna pick up where I left off from the previous video, talking about the OSI model. We need to talking about the OSI model. We need to really understand what happened when network devices communicate over a network. In this demonstration, let's say that from this diagram up here, you see I have my PC connected to the internet. So let's say that I wanna get to the Google website from my PC. My goal here is to get the Google web page up here on my PC. So when I open up my web browser and type google.com, when I open up my web browser and I type google.com, I am using the upper layer of the OSI model, like the application layer, presentation layer, and session layer. And my PC need to transmit the data to the Google web page, to the Google server, and to request the web page. And this process is gonna involve all these layers from the OSI model. So and the process of my PC, like requesting the web page from the Google server, is gonna this process is what we call the encapsulation process. So what I mean is the data is gonna be encapsulated starting from the transport layer all the way down to the data link layer. So the transport layer is gonna add something to the data, and that data is no more called the data, it's gonna be called a segment. It's gonna be called segment. And at the network layer will do the same thing. It's going to add something to the segment, and it's going to be called the data is going to be called packet right now. So when you hear the word packet, just know that you are on the network layer. And if you heard the word segment, that means you are on the transport layer. So, and we go down up here on the data link layer. On this layer up here, the data is called frame, and at this layer, the data link will also add something to the data. And I'm gonna go right now and show you how the encapsulation process work between those three layers. These are the most important layer for us as the networking people. So the transport layer, the network layer, and the data link layer. The data link layer, I mean, for really understanding networking, you have to focus on these three layers. The physical layer is also important, but there is not a lot of thinking involving in the physical layer, because you have to just think physical, you know. So once you have your right physical stuff, like I mean the cabling and stuff like that, the physical layer is not a big problem of when troubleshooting networking issues. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna go and show you what the data is gonna look like on each layer, starting from the transport layer all the way down to the physical layer. I will show you how the data will look like when we are working on the OSI model. So at the transport layer, the data is going to be, what we're going to add on the data is going to be like, we're going to add a source port. We're going to add a source port and a destination port. That's what we're going to add at the transport layer. So that's the reason why I told you the data now is going to be called segment. So and this source and this port number, if you don't know what the port number means, these port numbers are just used by network application in order to communicate over the network. So and there are, these port number range from 0 through 65,535, and there are some well-known ports, and those ports are from 0 through 1023. So just keep in mind that the host also use this port number in order to communicate. Like if I have my web server, my PC try to communicate to the Google web server, my PC is going to use a port number, but that port number is just a random port number, but that port number is going to be is not going to be between 0 to 1023, because those port number are reserved. They are a well-known port. So my PC is going to try to take a different number starting from 1024 all the way down, all the way up to 65,535. So that's I think you have a basic understanding about how the data is going to be processed on the transport layer. So now let's go up to the network layer. On the network layer, we have the data is going to call packet, and this network layer is going to add what we call IP address, a source IP address and a destination IP address. And this source IP address and destination IP address is going to help us find the host on the network. So that's the reason why we have, just like your home address is what help the post office mail you a letter, because if you don't have a home address, the post office will not able to mail you a letter from the post office, you know. So you have to keep in mind that at the network layer we are adding like IP address on the data, and the data is going to be called packet. But just keep in mind that the data is going to be like, we are not removing anything from the network layer. We are just adding, you know, like if you are on the encapsulation process, we are adding stuff to the data, and the data is going to change name, you know. From the transport layer is going to be segment, from the network layer is going to be packet. So and we go down to the data link layer, and at this layer the data is called frame, and what we're going to be adding up here is going to be the source physical address and the destination physical address. And if maybe you may be asking the question why I didn't say MAC address, but you have to be careful, because there are sometimes there are times that we are not using MAC address, like if you are communicating over a frame relay network. So I'm not going to go too deep into those stuff, because maybe you don't have a understanding about frame relay. But if you are working like over the wide area network, and we are using like frame relay network, we usually we are not talking about MAC address. So that's the reason why I choose to use physical address, because this is the this is the right definition to use when we are talking on the data link layer, because this physical address can have different name. It can be MAC address, it can be DELC, you know. You see, I don't want to go too deep, but just keep in mind that you have to use physical address. You have to say physical address, because I see some people talking about data link layer and they use MAC address, and that's wrong, because we don't only have MAC address at the data link at the data link layer. We have other stuff, you know, other name like DLC, you know, and the list go on. I don't want to go too deep right now, but for the upcoming video I will explain you, and I will explain you the reason why I use physical address, and it will make a lot more sense to you. So moving down to the final layer is going to be like the physical layer, and this layer it's not a lot of thinking. Like I say, it's not a lot of thinking on this layer. What you just need to make sure is you have to write the right physical media, and you should be good to go for the physical layer. If you have the right media, the physical layer is just like a physical layer. There is not a lot of thinking. So what only we care about the physical layer is ones and zero, ones and zero, ones and zero, you know, and that's not a lot of thinking, you know. So what my advice is for your study, just like focus on these three layers, like the transport layer, the network layer, and the data link layer. And in the upcoming video we will be going too deep into those layers, and you will say to yourself, this is the reason why we are using the OSI model, because the OSI model is the foundation for networking. If you don't understand the OSI model, this is like if you are doing construction and you forgot to lay the foundation. So your building is gonna, if you are making a building and you don't have a foundation, the building is gonna come down to you. This is the same thing. If you are doing networking and you don't fully understand what the OSI model is, you will not be able to troubleshoot or resolve any problem, because the OSI model is the foundation for networking. So I'm going to close this video right now, and I would like to thank you for watching, and I will see you for my upcoming video. So thanks for watching.